allow yourself to be the light that your inner child always wanted. And I feel like at this time in your life, like, there's an importance to kind of highlight that and highlight your innermost desires, the things that you felt you lacked when you were growing up, the things that you wanted to protect yourself from, or you would want to protect yourself, your own children from, or future people, because you went through this and you know exactly what it feels like. You're meant to be that light for so many people, for yourself. And I feel like losing yourself in self-pity and replaying the same old stories that you have since you were young, since you have been created here, you know what I mean? It's only further confirming that those things that you went through, you deserved, which in our subconscious, everything is very black and white. So it's very much so that, oh, if this happens, I mean, it's like, oh, because this happened, it's my fault, it's this, you know what I mean? And until you start realizing and kind of taking away from the fact that it was never your fault, 1, 2, 3, you have to genuinely talk to yourself, your inner thoughts, even though logically you know it's not, like, you can analytically say that, right? But if you don't get down to the base level of it and actually talk to yourself like you are a child and truly reparenting yourself, those stories will continue to play in your subconscious, and it will continue to play out in your everyday life, because that is what you have been perceiving this entire time. You know what I mean? If you want to sail away into the sunset and you want to experience everything that you know you deserve in this life, that you desire, because if you desire it, you know it's meant for you. You need to start at the base, and you need to talk to him, your inner child. You need to speak to them. You need to love them. You need to give them compassion. You need to give yourself compassion on a daily basis, even to the emotions that even to the emotions that do not make sense, even to the things that make you feel like, ugh, why do I feel like this, or not even wanting to acknowledge it. Like when you have feelings of jealousy, envy, even just self-pity, just constant, like, when those emotions, the ugly emotions, come to rise up, they are there to teach you something. They are there to show you that you are still holding on to this version, this portion of yourself, of that situation, of that point in your life. It affected you so much because you never sat there and truly digested the emotions of it, understood why. Like, you may understand on like a conscious level, but your subconscious doesn't know the difference. So until you like really truly forgive yourself for things that you never had to really apologize for, but you weigh things on yourself, right? You weigh things, you allow yourself to sit in these cycles of just what was I saying? Damn it. Oh yeah, you self-blame. I mean, it's almost like you victim blame in situations of like whatever things you kind of. I've been called to like talk about the 4 agreements so much lately. Like, I feel like I haven't read that book in like years, but it was so profound to me. I read it I think like twice, and I would read it again because it always teaches you something. But I truly wholeheartedly believe that this collective, whatever I'm feeling into, I know that you deserve better. You deserve more. You are good enough. You are going to receive such incredible gifts in your life. And it may not just be physical. It may be emotional. It may be knowledge. And I think that book can offer you so much. And I'm truly wholeheartedly saying this because I know that people deserve to have access to a different way of being. And I think that if you're in this collective, I feel like you may be like going through the transition of kind of like learning how to open your mind up a bit more. It's not something completely out of reach at all for you, but it's something that you have to kind of do the shadow work to get through, kind of get the gnarly parts, the thicker parts, the parts that does not feel nice and pretty. And It's not just light and love. Like, you have to shed the light on the darkest parts of yourself, and that's the hardest part, especially when it's something that you haven't touched in so long. So let yourself cry, allow yourself to feel the emotions, allow yourself to be, because that's where you have to meet source. You have to meet God in the middle. You have to meet your angels in the middle, because they want you to go so far in this life. They want you to thrive and get to your manifestation and get to your desires, but you have to meet them in the middle. You have to allow them, and you have to sit there and put everything on the line, put everything up front. And you have to see that for yourself, because sometimes we hide from ourselves for so long. People will not be able to, people don't show themselves, their true selves, for a very long time, if ever. Sometimes people will go through their entire lives just like living through the facades, thinking that is normal, and that's who they are, you know what I mean? But it's truly just so insane. It's so insane, because like I was that person as well. It's like I wasn't, we are all and like it's like we're all breaking down deeper and deeper. We're like onions, okay? We have so many fucking layers on layers on layers, and they're contradicting, and they can be confusing and heavy and hard. But once you just allow yourself, allow them to be what they are, allow the truth to just prevail, and just kind of let yourself feel. Give your inner child the hugs and love that they need. Do meditations. Give yourself grace. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. It's so intense that we already have to live in a world that is like so, you know what I mean? The rat race, 9 to 5, this, that. And if you're still actively in this kind of lifestyle, I'm telling you right now that allowing yourself to have grace and compassion for yourself when you have bad days, when you're going through the thick of it and you're feeling things, and your ego's out, or you're just, the inner parts of you, the darker parts of you are out, and you're just like, fuck, I don't know why I'm doing this. I've done this. It's because you're going through the triggers. You have to kind of almost let yourself see them, and see them from allow yourself to view it from a point of like a higher perspective, like an ego's point of view. And then see, okay, wait, I didn't actually mean all those things. I was projecting this, and this emotion onto that person, and realizing that we are all just reflections. I really feel like this message was just meant to tell you to give yourself compassion and talk and be gentle with yourself. Nurture yourself. Nurture your inner child. But yeah, I love you. You have a beautiful day.